mind, I'm just recording the class, so I can send it to you via YouTube. So today, all about the enabling environment, enabling play environment. So, do we know anything about the enabling play environment? What's the environment? Like, what's the children environment, and how we can make it enabling environment?
You mean like, is it like suitable? That's what it means, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like suitable environment for them.
Yeah. So
Absolutely, very good.
yeah.
So we need to create a suitable environment for the children to start
To learn.
playing, to start learning, developing, progressing. Very good, excellent. So the environment is
Learning space.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, say again.
I mean, learning space. When children can feel happy to play and learn, develop themselves.
Absolutely, it is the learning space. So the environment, everything surrounds the kids, whether it's toys, whether it's works, whether it's anything around them. The activities we do for them, like we take them outdoor, indoor, all these are the play environment. So if we go to question 1.1, it says types of the environment. So the environment, we have physical environment. The physical environment includes both, which is outdoor and indoors area. Let us just enlarge it. Can you all see my book?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have indoor environment and outdoor. Earlier setting, the physical environment for us is very attractive. Why? Because we create lots of activities to the children. We surround them by lots of things, like physical things, like toys, books, anything around the kids is physical environment. Okay. Also, we have social aspect. The term environment as well also covers the social aspect, which means the children needs to feel part of a group. They need to feel they belong to a group of children. So the child can't be on his own. It's better to be surrounded by other children, and that's the social aspect for the environment. And he needs or she needs to feel part of that group. And this is important for the child emotional development. You remember we talked about the emotional development and how they develop. They need to be feeling, becoming part of the children group. So that will encourage their emotional development. And here as well, sorry, just 1 second. Let us see who's coming. Okay, so the emotional development is very important to the children. So there is a social, for their social development. And like, can you think about the social aspect in the care setting? Okay, so for the children, sorry, been interrupted. Can you get back to think what's the social aspect for the environment? Can you think about, give me example.
Building relationships with the other children.
Absolutely, just making relationships with other children, feeling involved, feeling part of a group of children. So all the routine activities that the children do day to day is very important. Why? Because this will help their social aspect. They do things together. They play together. They communicate together. So all this is the social aspect of the environment. So like they even eat together, take their snacks together. For us, like as a practitioners, we don't just serve food and wait for the children to finish. Sometimes they don't even eat. Why? Because it's vegetables, or they don't eat, like vegetables. They might cry for. So what we do, sometimes we sit with them, be a role model, show them how to do it. This is all social aspect for the children of their environment. Yeah. So as you can see here, we have, for the physical environment, we have the area where the children feel secure, where they play, they do their activities. We have the furniture as well. This is part of the physical environment. We have the resources that the children can use, for example, books, materials they use to color in, to do things with them. This is all physical environment. Also, we have wide range of the toys, any like Lego cars. All these toys are part of the physical environment. We have indoor, outdoor activities, outdoor games, toys. All this is part of. So whatever the layout is part of the physical activity, physical environment. Also, as we said, we have the outdoor environment. They all part of the physical environment. Also, we have the cultural aspect of the environment. So what's the cultural aspect? Can you think about the cultural aspect of the environment?
That we could, and this is just my understanding, maybe things that obviously we all come from different backgrounds and
Okay.
cultures. So maybe how they've been treated at home. It could be like we'll find a way that is where they feel also comfortable while they're in the school, like a bit similar to what they do at home. So it makes them feel like safe, and similarities there.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever they like, each child will have different culture at home. Yes. So these children's home culture, they are reflected in whatever they use in the nursery. All the resources they use in they pick some specific things. Why? Because it's part of their culture. They like to use it at home. He comes here or she comes here, they use the same thing, these things. So the books, for example, if these children, they speak different language, they might bring their books with them. So there is a cultural aspect to their to the environment, to the physical environment they have. Also, we have personal attributes. So what that means? That means in the setting, like all of us, we have different personal attributes. So these that would affect the child. We would bring different feeling to the environment. That shows like each one of us have different personality. Like your personality is different from my personality, for example. And all this, each of us will have different personal attribute to the environment. We will bring it with us. Some of us may be very happy, very lovely, very jumpy. Some of us may be concentrating on numbers and notes and things and monitoring the kids. Each one of us have different personal attribute to the environment. Okay, so as we can see here, let me go back. So question number 1 says types of the environment. As we said there is a physical environment, and also we have the social aspect. for the environment, which is how the child communicate, how make friends, and also um, we have the cultural aspect, and like how the child develop, was their culture at home, what they bring to the nursery, and also the personal attribute. Each one of us is different, and each one of in the like in the nursery, each one of the practitioners, they act differently, and that would affect the physical environment. Like, for example, the activities I totally different from the activities you would do. Why? Because we are different personalities. If I love playing so much, I would put more play. If you are focused on details, you would put more things to do with Lego, with numbers. So each one would bring his or her personal attribute as well. So all this affect the environment. Okay, so now second question says how environment support play. So can you think about how the environment surrounding the kids would support their play? So how about the physical environment? How it affect? Now we said the physical environment is everything surrounding the kids, whether it's coloring books, whether it's toys, whether it's games, whether it's outdoor, indoor, all this is physical environment. So how this affect support to play? How that support to play?
For example,
Obviously,
uh,
the children use these resources, yeah. So it's
um,
very important to have these. Yeah, sorry, you want to say something?
yeah, just I can give my point of view about this
Yeah, sure.
point. Just because I see if we provide a big range of resources, colorful and different type of resources that will attract children and they will enjoy play better than give only one or two toys or objects.
Absolutely. It's like at home, they have maybe one toy, maybe two toys. Even when they play, they wouldn't develop much. While in the nursery, they have so many toys, they have so many books, they have so many coloring, too many activities, indoors, outdoor. This always will motivate the children to play more, to develop more. All these physical environments around them will develop them even more. We would work on their interests. Some of the kids might like coloring more. We bring them coloring books. Some children would like numbers. We bring them books for numbers, and so we focus on their interests. And this way, if we bring all these resources, the children will develop more and will learn more. We focus on their interests, as your colleague said, which is really good. So that's why it's very important in the earlier setting that we have these resources to provide playing opportunities, make it more attractive, colorful. All this will enable the children to play more. How about the social aspect? Can you think about the social aspect? So children are interested in other children. You see, when you like if you see two babies, even if they don't know each other, or two kids, when they pass next to each other, they keep looking at each other. So the children are interested in other children, and even between babies, they keep looking at each other. So it is very important. Uh, to have this social aspect, especially between 2 to 3 years old. The children start spending a lot of time playing with other children. They learn more if they have other children to play with. So this environment will promote the social interaction, help the children to learn more from different activities. Okay? So if there are more children, they will enjoy it more, they will learn more, they will play more. Why? Because they are interested in each other. How about the cultural aspect? As we said the home culture reflects within the environment. So the child will bring his own culture with him to the nursery, whether if they don't speak English at home, maybe that he will come and start using some of the words from his own language as a start. He will pick things to play with very similar to what he used at home. Something feel much more comfortable for him, or much more familiar for the child. So, for example, here you have in the book, it says good example of this one: the children recognize certain things in the environment. So, for example, he comes and he find a book which is very similar to the book he used at home, or we organized a type of play which he do at home as well. So this will make it more familiar to the child, more comfortable. He will feel much more included, as if he's bringing home to here. So that will enable him more to play. Yeah. So that's the cultural aspect for that. Now, 3.1, it says working collaboratively. That's, I think this is the reflective one. So let me see. Okay, no, it's normal question. So let us follow our question here. We've done this one, done this. 3.4. Now we need to go to, okay, so explain how to work collaboratively to provide enabling play environment in earlier setting. So how can you work collaboratively, which means you collaborate with your colleagues, and you help each other to provide enabling environment for the children. Maybe you collaborate with the parents. You need to work as work together to create this environment to the child. So how you can do that? So for you have so many children. For example, you have so many children in the nursery. If you don't work with your colleague properly, would you be able to run the whole group and make these children interested in the game? Everyone will be doing certain things. You need to work together. Yeah. So it is very important for us as a practitioner, when we provide the play environment, that first of all we meet the child's need. So we think about their interest, about what they need. So how we know their interest? Let us say this child has just arrived. We need to know their interest, what they need. This is, we work collaboratively with his parents. Yeah, so we work with the parents, so know more about the child, about their needs, about their interest, about what they do at home. We learn from them, and then we can provide something similar in the nursery, make them feel familiar, make them feel more comfortable. So the enabling environment, which allow the children to do physical activities. They have lots of resources, lots of materials, and so for us, we need to, first of all, we need to work with the parents. So the parents will often enable to letting us know about what the child enjoy, what the child like, what the child do at home. We share with them toys. Some of them, they don't have toys at home. Some maybe we share with them toys, we share with them books. Maybe they have so many toys and books, they want to share with us, so the child feels familiar. So they share with us some toys and resources. So this is how we work collaboratively with the parent. How about colleagues? How we work close to colleagues to create this play environment? Can you think?
Cover
Yeah.
each other. If somebody take break or something, we should
Very good.
yeah,
Excellent.
exchange ideas about which activities plan the child needs or something.
Very good. Excellent. We change ideas. If my colleague has got better idea than mine, I would love to have it. So we can work together. Excellent. And also, if we take the children outdoor, I would need someone to help me. I can't just take the children. What if they hurt themselves? It's dangerous outside sometimes. So we need to work collaboratively. We need to help each other. So every one of us in the nursery, we need help. We need to agree on what we're going to offer the child, what's there available, what's the resources we can use. Maybe she needs to use some of the resources and I can use the rest of the resources. Otherwise, the children will be fighting over the toys or the books. So that's why we need to work together. So we can exchange, as your colleague said, ideas. We can exchange resources. We can help each other. Like she can cover me, I can cover for her if I'm ill or have holiday. Responsibilities she can do for me, opportunities we can get together. So it's very good to work as a part of the team. Like each one of us can't function in the workplace without helping from other colleagues or from the manager. That's why for us to provide a good play environment, we need to plan it. I need to do lots of activities. Then I need to plan these activities. I can get support and help from my colleague. I can get ideas. I can get her help to bring this plan to life. So all this, we can work on it together. And so the key person for me, I'm a key person for, let us say, 5 or 6 children or 4 children, depends on the size of the nursery. As a key person, I need to collaborate with others, with all my colleagues. So if she needs to go outside, maybe I take the children as well outdoor, because I can't be on my own there. So I take them outdoor with her. So that's how we work together to provide a better physical environment for the children. And also we work collaboratively with other professionals. We said some of the children maybe can't speak the language very well. So they can't make communication when they play, and they have lots of kids are maybe don't want to play with them because they can't understand what they're talking about, for example. So for me, I can work collaboratively with a professional with the speech therapy, so they can help him or her to get better, and then can play with other children. So all this is a very good, or maybe, for example, one of the children is ill, so we have to take the children away. And while if I contact the doctor, it would maybe come and visit them, and then think there's no worry about this child. It's fine. They can mix with other children. He just have a tummy ache. It's not a let us say it's not COVID, it's nothing, don't worry. Then that's enabling environment. Why? Because they will work together. So also the sensory for the children. Maybe they can't see, maybe they can't smell, maybe they can't touch. This is all related to or they have sight problem. They can't see very well. So if we collaborate with other professionals, we will enable them to be part of the group and play with others. So it's very important. Or maybe some of the children have got some other problems, like we need psychologists to see him or suggest some ways to act with this child, because he's just moving around making lots of noise, and like he needs someone to let us know what's wrong with this child. So that's why it's good to work with a professional at all times, so that would enable you to provide a better environment for the children. So as we said, we can work collaboratively with colleagues, work collaboratively with parents, work collaboratively with professionals. So now if we go to question 2.1, it says describe the role of early years practitioner in supporting children socialization within the environment, within the playing environment. So for you, as a practitioner, how would you support the children to do some socialization while they are playing? Can you think about ways to do that? So it's very important. Yeah, sorry.
By involving the children, asking them questions.
Yes, exactly. Maybe you can ask each other, like you sit between two children and say, can I introduce, do you want to play with, let us say his name is James. Do you want to play with James? James has got lots of toys. Look at his car. He's got a coloring book. And this is Mona. Mona, do you want to talk to James? James, you just introduce them together. That's a very good point. And also, this is how they start playing, because some of them, they come to the nursery, they're too shy, they don't want to talk, they don't want to interact. So this is a gradual process. First you need to introduce them together, then slowly they will have more opportunities to engage, to collaborate, to play together, and make communication. Okay, so this, especially within 3 years old, you see them too shy to start chatting or talking, especially if they come straight away to a new environment. So for us, as practitioners, we need to help these children to develop these social skills, to have, like, think about other ways, how we can do it. Like we need, for example, to put these children in different age group, so we can make them talk to each other. And it's a gradual process. As we said, we need to introduce them to each other. We need to give them resources to play with together, and then they will start slowly, with our help, they will develop their social skills and start talking to each other. It is very important, because the child, if they are there, they don't want to talk to anyone. He would be, or she would be playing by themselves. That wouldn't develop them that much. It's good to be creative. It's good to be playing by yourself. But when they play with other children, that will open different horizons. They will learn new words. Like this child will bring his own culture. This child will bring his own culture. They will have too many things to exchange from each other. So it's good to help them doing this. Also, we have, so where we are. So now, as we said, as an early practitioner, how you can support the children to socialize, how you can support them to, where's the question? It says, describe the role of early as a practitioner in supporting children socializing. So playing and modeling, how that works. Children will learn. Yeah, so the children will learn by socializing with other children. And also the adult will need to help them and join them in the play. So that will make it easier for them to socialize. Okay, and the key aspect of this is, first of all, we need to introduce them together, and we talk to both of them, and they can start talking, they can start responding. Obviously, the older children will have a better role in this as well from the younger ones. Why? Because the older one can introduce themselves, can open doors to socialize to the younger ones, play games. They can teach the younger ones to do things. As we said, do you remember we said in the Montessori theory that the older kids, they teach the younger kids. So it's very good to get the older children to help you playing games with the younger ones and teach them things. Yeah. So this is what we do: introduce them together. They start talking and playing. Maybe sit with them. Maybe play with them for a while. That will encourage them to do their socializing. And as we said, when we play with them, we share resources, we share materials, we talk to them, we talk to the other child, and then that's how they can build a strong connection. Okay. Also, there is acknowledgement. What does this mean? How can we help the children with socializing by doing acknowledgement?
Because I believe maybe because some children might have special needs, so you have to acknowledge it. Like you can't just,
Okay.
yeah. That's the first thing come to my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Uh,
Like we we
we
we
have to say
understand
the
there is.
children.
Yeah, sorry, say again.
Did we have to say the children all the time when they do the great job.
Very
Like
good. Excellent. That's a very good point. Even they do them here, put it in the book. We need to praise them. We need
That's
to
important.
acknowledge their
That's
skills. Very good. Excellent. Like if they do something good, we need to praise them, say, amazing job. That's really good. Well done. Can you teach the other children how we can do it? They can learn it from you. Well done to you. So this is very good. That will encourage them to do more of it. And then also that you will you need to acknowledge their skills. So if you see two kids, each one of them would like the coloring, you will put them together in a group. Why? Because they can enjoy themselves more. They will be working together on that task, while some other children might be more interested in numbers. Then you put them with other children where they can count, and this is how they can build their socializing skills. Why? Because you acknowledge their skills. You put them in one group which is recognize these skills. And in this way, the children will play together more. They will be enjoying themselves more. Why? Because they have similar skills, similar interests, similar um behaviors. Also, we can planning the play opportunities. This is how we mostly can help the children. Why? Because we are the people who plan these play opportunities. Otherwise, the children will be sitting looking at the walls, or maybe each one of them will have toy and play by himself or herself. For us, most important thing is we plan the play opportunities. So these play opportunities help the children to develop their skills and socializing together. So our role, for example, uh, we create different games, and these games is relying on building their social, their kids' social experience. Like, for example, one of the activities is playing with the sand outside in the outdoor area. So the child wouldn't be playing on the sand by himself. We would be saying, can you, for example, you put 3 kids, you put some challenge for them. Can you, 3 of you, build a castle? Can you, 3 of you, dig a hole in the sand? So they start communicating together. Yes. So for us, we need to plan opportunities, plan different activities where we put these children in a smaller group so they start playing together, they start communicating together, especially like, for example, we put babies together, toddlers together. It's good to have similar age. Why? Because they have similar interests, similar things to do. And also we help these children to play as a group rather than each one by themselves. And this called adult-led activities. You remember we talked about either adult-led activities or child-initiated activities. For us, we can create our own activities where we think about how we can make the child socialize with others, how they can play together, learn from each other, and having more fun. For example, we bring lots of, let us say, for me, I want to create an activity. I bring lots of pillows. I bring some bed sheet from the napping area and bring to the children and say, can we build a house, small house for us, or a tent? And this will make them all work together, because one child by himself or herself can't build this. So they have to start thinking how to do it together. So we have big opportunity, big job, which is planning the play opportunity for the children. So what we should do to encourage them to play together, as we said, we can ask and praise the children, the older children, to play with to teach the younger ones. So this is how they communicate. We help them to develop their skills and how they can talk together. And also uh, playing and modeling, which is we think about like different, as we said, age group, and how we can make these children think about different toys or games they would enjoy more, and we give them these, and we ask them to play with it, and this will make them socialize. Why? Because we put them in a smaller groups, and these smaller groups, they have to talk, they have to communicate, and for us, we can even sit with them, as I told you, and start initiating the chat between us. And what's your name? Can we? Do you, have you met whatever her name is? And then we initiate the chat between them. We start asking them a question. Do you like this toy? She loves this toy. Do you want to play together? So we introduce them together. We bring the games together to them, and